So what would you say are the strengths and weaknesses of the Globemaster, or do you guys call it the Moose? I never know which one to call it.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Right.
Yeah, I tended to hear the term moose more often when I was deployed, but yep, moose or the Glowmaster, just C-17. Um, it is a hell of an aircraft. I remember in training too, in the sim training for the C-17 in Oklahoma, one of the sim instructors, his his saying was, "It's man, this jet's like Nike. Just do it. Like whatever you want, it'll just do it."
Mhm.
And it is a very capable, very capable jet, especially for its size.
Mhm.
Strengths, and for a jet that big, it is very maneuverable. You got the center stick, so you can really yank and bank a bit, and it's in 45, 60 degrees. As long as you're not, once you start getting really heavy, if you're not too fast, it won't be too happy if you yank over to 60 degrees, but very maneuverable, uh, powerful. You know, it's got four of the 757 engines on it, for comparison to the civilian world, and very capable in the way of getting into short fields where it get into different places. You know, it can take off on very short fields. It can land on very short. 3,500 feet was our min on in the books, but you know, oftentimes when we're doing the training, we're at training weights, so it's light. You don't have a heavy load in the back. You're not super loaded up on gas. So, and 3,500 feet was no problem. You could stop that thing so fast, and it's the brakes on it are incredible. I mean, 2,000, you could be stopped in 2,000 feet often, easy. And then having the ability to back up, you know, you can open a door, put the reversers, throw the engines in reverse, and start backing up. And the load master will just talk you back. And hey, you know, turn toward engine one, turn toward engine four, and keep coming back. And you can back up, you can turn, you know, kind of star turn, they call it. And just very maneuverable, very capable, low and fast, relatively fast, you know, for its size. But 300 feet, 330 knots or so, ripping around on the ground, made it a lot of fun. Weaknesses, I'd say its size were the weaknesses. You know, it is not an easy aircraft to hide. So if
No.
you're trying to avoid radar detection, you got to be behind something or be using a very good strategy because it's not going to hide. It's a big, bulky aircraft, and it is, yeah, there's not enough chaff in the world to hide that thing. So we don't carry that. But so in that sense, yeah, hard to hide. You got to stay low, get behind something more or less. And then additionally, it's big and bulky. So if you want to go fast, it takes a lot of gas. So on the long haul flights, you know, when we're going over to Europe or, you know, over to, um, spend a lot of time in Germany near London, Spain, you're going that way, you're crossing the ocean, you're not going very fast. Maybe Mach 7.6, 7.4,
Mhm.
decimal 7.6, 7.4, which you know, you're just watching airliners above you just cruise by you. And especially 747s, man. If you see one of those, it feels like standing still the way that thing's flying by.
Mhm.
So it's a bit slow on the long haul stuff. And if you want to get up to, you know, 7, 8 or the higher speeds closer to what the airlines fly, it just uses excessive amounts of gas. So it really limits your range, or limits what you can carry, or it's just very expensive.
Mhm.
But otherwise, man, yeah, it's super capable. It's a lot of fun to fly. Air refueling was a lot of fun as well. So it can stay up for as long as they need.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of strengths, few weaknesses in that just not that fast when you're going a long way,
Yeah.
and definitely a big girl.